Hey everybody, Mark again here, Weatherman Plus. It is Tuesday, March 16th, so I hope you all go out there and have a very great day today. We actually have some very big news that just updated overnight, guys, and it actually went to an even more intense level that we're going to be having with these tornadoes. It all grew up to a more enhanced, a more moderate, more intense level. In fact, it's growing so much more powerful just overnight, guys, that now we have PDS tornadoes, particularly dangerous situations that we need to watch out for. It's going to be classic significant supercell activity, and it's also going to be low LFC and LCL rates. And I will show you what that means. That's just going to be a lot of lift, and this is very close to the ground level. So if you do like these detailed forecasts, please hit that like button. Let me know you do like them, and I will keep them coming, guys. And if you've never been here before, hello, my name is Mark. Good morning to you. I hope you have a great day, but unfortunately, we have a lot of bad weather going on. In fact, we already have a tornado warning for southern Alabama already early this morning. And it's a nasty cell that's moving west of Selma. It got 3/4 of an inch hail, but there is a tornado already this morning, guys. So please, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do upload every single day. Now, today I'm going to concentrate on this big, it's going to be catastrophic, guys. We have, not only is it strengthening and it's growing a big, larger area, towards the end of where it was calming down, it is strengthening again for the East Coast. Now, the East Coast is in an enhanced risk. Now, this is your categorical for today. We do have a slight risk right here in the yellow. For today, everything in the green is a 2% chance for tornadoes. But as you can see right here, as well as in Alabama, 2% don't mean no chance. That means there is a chance, and it's already popping up for them this morning with a nasty hail core. This 5% right here, this is this pink circle. This is for Oklahoma. And as you get into tomorrow, it has grew overnight. I mean, this is going to be a monster, guys. It's way up here, almost by Chicago. That's in a risk for thunderstorms. There's going to be some heavy rainfall that will be coming. But now it's in a moderate risk. Anybody in this red is in a moderate risk. The yellow is a slight risk. The orange is an enhanced risk. And by day 3, the whole categorical for rainfall and thunderstorms is anywhere in this green, including Florida. But now that the tornado risk has grown, now all this yellow is in a slight risk, and all this orange, which was slight risk, is now enhanced risk. Matter of fact, National Weather Service is showing that by day 4, it still will not be over. It will linger, and it will still continue to be a 15% chance for the whole East Coast, all the way from Florida all the way up to southern Virginia. And this is right before they had a big enhanced risk. So it will be a long duration, very serious event, guys. In fact, the tornado probability has grown for Wednesday, not just Thursday on the East Coast. It has grown for Wednesday as well. Now, the moderate risk is a 15% in this red. Now, some of the larger populations of this significant severe weather will be in Memphis, Tennessee, Birmingham, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, Little Rock, Arkansas, and Jackson, Mississippi. So please be aware, it's not just y'all, it's everybody in here. But that right there is definitely going to be a very serious situation. Now, there will be a very serious wind event also that will be happening with a 30% chance for high damaging winds in this red. And your high hail probability, I'm showing that we have almost a chance for up to 5 inches in this black region right here. This is your worst chance for hail. The whole area is going to have a bad chance for hail. This is going to be your most significant hail. Now, this LFC and an LCL that I was speaking of, this is your lift of condensation level, also your level of free convection. Just let you know where you have that upwards pull in the atmosphere. When it's below 2,000 meters, that's when you have a chance for supercells and significant tornadoes to appear, guys. It's a lot of lift. It's a lot of convective activity when these are very low to the ground, especially when they're very close together. It's right here at Tennessee's where I'm picking this signature at, guys. And I'm picking it up all the way across. I was just trying to show you an example. I will go through what I have. This is from the other day when we had multiple tornado warnings at one time when I was going through Texas. And this is the same scenario, except this time it's going to be even stronger. And you see all the tornadoes that touched down just in a slight risk. And that's before it even got to the moderate risk. This is going to be a serious event all the way through. Now, last night we did have 2 tornadoes that did touch down right below Kansas City. We had one that touched down right near Coleman, and we had another one that touched down just west of Aubrey, a little bit past Stillwell. And the two videos I have to show you today is the very top one is your STP, that's your significant tornado perimeter, and the one that's only for 3 days. That's within the next 3 days. The one right above me is your precipitation rate that shows you all the heavy rainfall that will be happening for the central U.S. and the southeast within the next 3 to 4 days. It's going to be very heavy rainfall, especially for Alabama. So if you've never been here before, I always put the timestamps right below the title. That way you can go to whichever section you want to go to. I know some people want shorter videos, but some people like the details. So I'll put the timestamps in there just to save you time and help you find exactly what you need to find. And right here on the top is the time and date stamp of what I'm showing. Now there's going to be multiple things that happen today. This is 6 a.m. for this morning Central Time, and we do have all these storms coming through. We do have that 2% chance for tornadoes and that 5% chance. And as we go through the mornings, you can see the storms build up right on eastern Texas as it starts moving across the southeast. And then as you go to about noontime, that's when it starts dropping all that snowfall and all that severe weather that you will have up north. But however, this is just concentrating on the significant event that's happening down south. Matter of fact, this storm system, this low pressure system that is moving across the central U.S. is what's causing this big issue. Now, by 9 o'clock in the morning this morning, it's going to get really strong, severe storms that's going to be in the south. And as these systems go, it's going to go over Tennessee, and it's going to build up real good for Missouri, also for Iowa, and go into Illinois as well. But these southern storms are really going to get powerful as far as these cells. Now, I'm showing that there's going to be two very significant times when this storm system is going to be producing supercells and letting go tornadoes and causing all this havoc across our country. So as you start your day today in the south, it's already going to be strong up to 1100 joules. That's already strong. It's already severe weather. But as you get towards noontime and 2 p.m. Central Time, you can see the Cape Valley starting to get to 2200 now everywhere, and it's starting to pop up everywhere. There's a lot of instability, and there's a lot of strong Cape values for these severe storms and these tornadoes to pop up in this area. And as you get towards 6 p.m. tonight, it's going to be very strong, and it's going to be reaching way up into Oklahoma. As you get into 8 p.m. Central Time, you're going to have strong Cape values of over 2200 all over the place. But now you're going to have this cold front that's going to come in, and it's going to smack it. And when it hits, it's going to create the friction it's going to need. It's going to spin up all these cells with chances for tornadoes. You're going to have strong winds headed north. You're going to have strong winds headed from the west, and it's going to give that crossover that it needs to get rotation. And as you go overnight tonight until tomorrow morning, it gets some very strong, up to 2200 by northern Texas all the way up to Oklahoma. And that's very strong Cape values. A tornado can easily spin up out of that once it hits 2000. And then once you hit about 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, that's when the second batch begins to start. And it starts from eastern Texas, and it starts gaining strength all the way up to Missouri. So it will be a very strong event with thunderstorms with 2400 Cape value. And literally from noon tomorrow all the way till 9 p.m. tomorrow, it's going to be very strong with 2600 Cape values, 2700. With your LCF and your LCL very low to the ground, even shows that a particularly dangerous situation for tornadoes is now available, and significant supercells, guys. And you're going to see a lot of this. It's going to be all over the place. This is right here on western Tennessee. And it's going to be strong all morning, all afternoon long. And it's going to start winding down right around 9 p.m. Central Time. It's still going to be strong, but it will pop back up once again. And this system is bringing a lot of damaging winds as well. Starting as early as 9 a.m., 10 a.m. in the morning today, you're going to have damaging winds up to 50, almost 60 miles per hour that's going to be hitting New Mexico. And this is going to come over to the east, and it will get larger. And by 9 p.m. today, these wind gusts are going to get over towards Oklahoma, towards Kansas, also towards Texas. And it's going to really pop up with the cold front coming in. You can see the front lines right there. There's probably some straight line winds. And it's going to come over into Texas all day long, 50 and 60 miles per hour wind gusts. So the gusts are going to really be ramping up today, all up to 67. So it will be very strong. And as you get towards this afternoon into tonight, it starts moving into Louisiana, while you still have them in Oklahoma and Kansas as well. But now the wind gusts is going to start popping up for Louisiana and Mississippi, getting it set for tomorrow. So literally by midnight tonight, get into early morning hours, this system, when it moves over, it's going to be bringing all this powerful wind gusts. And not just Texas and everybody else in New Mexico, it's also going to affect Oklahoma and Kansas. And you're going to be getting a lot of strong 48, 50 something miles per hour wind gusts, and it can get stronger as well because this thing is carrying 60. And by 9 o'clock this morning, this is your cold, dry air on the brown. This is your warm dew points that's meeting up with this. And when this clashes together, that's when you get your unstable conditions, you get your strong thunderstorms, and you get your rotation and lift. Now, by 9 o'clock this morning, it's going to be a little hitting going on from this cold air, but the real activity will happen right around 6 p.m. tonight. The cold air comes in vigorously and strong, and look, pow, hits it real good. And that one hit that you see right there, that's going to create so much rotation, so much instability. That's why the Cape values are just going to be strong. There's so much energy for these tornadoes to just grow. It's going to be unbelievable. And it's going to go all the way into Louisiana. And by tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., it's going to continue to do these storms. This is going to be overnight. There could be some nocturnals that we need to watch out for. But now when it gets over Louisiana, it's really going to be sucking. There's your system right here. And it's really going to be sucking that convection up, that big northward pull, while these winds are pushing from the west. And all this is going to be create a lot of heavy rotation. And now your dew points is in high 70s to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. This is very warm temperatures getting into this system. But you notice as it goes along all day and all evening tonight, it's very strong. Tornadic activity, very expectable. But now as you get into late evening, it starts getting even stronger. This storm is even intensifying with each additional day, guys. This is going to be stronger than the beginning. And if you look at your precipitable water to see how heavy the rainfall really is going to be, I mean, this purple is almost 2 inches of rainfall. So anytime you move one time within an hour, that's 2 inches of rainfall. That is very heavy rainfall. That's what all this purple is signifying as it moves across. Now, as you get into 6 p.m. tonight, the dry air starts moving in. It starts creating some serious storms at this point. But now you still have very significant precipitable water. You can see the storm starting to create. But now it's starting to get flooding issues. You're getting heavier rainfalls, not only damaging winds, tornadoes, but now you're going to have serious flooding coming straight across with some very heavy rainfall, especially for southeast Texas, as it comes to overnight into tomorrow morning. And starting this morning, you can see that little bit of purple right there. It's a strong hail core. But we have these systems coming all the way across all morning long towards Texas and all that area. That will all ramp up later on. It's going to ramp up in the southeast first today with some nice cells that's passing all the way through. You can see this one right here. And that right there shows that there's a chance for a supercell out of where this cell's coming from. These hail cores right here is what's going to cause your potential for your tornadoes today, guys. Because you will have tornadoes pop up with all this severe weather. Look, kidney beans all day long and all afternoon all through the southeast. By 6 p.m. tonight, it still don't stop. Now, Texas, you're going to get affected later on just tonight around 5 p.m. This is Arkansas. You're going to get affected after that. You can see these little cells starting to pop up with some hail cores to them, a little bit of kidney bean to them. This is late this afternoon. And you look, all that purple is a nasty hail core, guys. And this is going to go all night until overnight hours. And look at that. 3 little cells with hail cores. This is very easy going to be supercell activities. And we're talking nocturnal tornadoes. I mean, right when we get into about midnight tonight Central Time, you still have all these kidney bean shaped cells passing over Arkansas, and they're starting to build up for Texas all over again, while you still have them going on for Mississippi, Alabama, and the southeast. And look, now you're getting a supercell activity happening with these cells. And now the computer's picking up as a lot of supercell activity. You're even starting to get it for southeast Texas. Now this is starting all the way until tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So this is going to start all the way from today, all the way till tomorrow morning, all the way till the next day. This is going to be a long catastrophic event, guys. There's going to be a lot of damage, and it's going to be a lot of problems. At 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, you can see you still have some supercell activity going on with these cells, strong hail cores. Now it's growing and it's moving even further to the east. You can see all these cells popping up and just a lot of activity. This is all night long. Now, as you get into about 1 p.m. tomorrow, Texas is now out of the worry for any more activity that could be possible. But you can see it right here for Alabama, all these little kidney bean cells. Also for Louisiana and eastern Texas. It will start moving to the east, and every single one of these could easily be a tornado. You need to watch out for these. This is all over the south and the southeast. This is covering multiple states with damaging tornadoes, guys. And it's going to be a big supercell in multiple places at multiple times. Look at this, long-lived supercells. And as you get to 6 p.m. tomorrow night, these cells are still carrying very strong strength and is getting into Georgia as well now. Very strong kidney bean cells. And that's about as far as we can see on the NAM. But you see every single one of these little kidney beans moving through. Every single one of these has a chance to be a tornado. Right around 8 or 9 p.m. tonight, you're going to get some very strong shear and some winds at 700 millibars up high coming across Texas. As we go overnight tonight until tomorrow morning, it grows all across Texas and Louisiana and Arkansas, with the bulk of it mainly over Arkansas. So Arkansas, you really need to watch out. You have all the strong shear, you have the very strong dew points, and you have the very strong crossover winds. So I'll show Arkansas will have a very good chance for tornadoes, as well as lower Louisiana. As you get into later tonight around 6 p.m., it starts growing for Louisiana and Mississippi once again. So this threat will be all night into tomorrow, and it is growing as we go along. And I don't see why, even on the East Coast, it will be not only enhanced, it's going to be changed over to a moderate risk, I believe, also. Matter of fact, if you look at the 850 millibar level of the shear and see what's going on, you'll see that by tonight, everything has never been this strong yet, that high up. And then by later on tonight, around 5 or 6 p.m., it gets very strong for Louisiana and Mississippi as far as the winds. And all you need is 50 to 55 knot winds, and we got over 60 easy. So this is definitely going to be a growing problem, guys. Now, if you look at your most unstable cape, not just regular cape values for your surface, this is your most unstable cape. This is where you can have your most potential to have all the strong energy and everything you need to have these very dangerous tornadoes. So right at 10 o'clock this morning, all the way until noontime, you get some very strong cape values all the way from Louisiana all the way to Alabama. And it's anywhere from 2,400 cape values for a lot of this area. And it gains in strength. 2,480 right there for Louisiana, 2,500. This is going to be very strong. And it has a chance not only for a tornado, but it has a chance for a supercell as well. But your LFC and your LCL is very low to the ground. It's well below 2,000 meters. And this gives you a chance for very good lift. This is very free convective lift. Now, as you get into this afternoon, around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it gets very strong in northern Louisiana, up to 3,000 joules per kilogram. This is going to be a very strong event, guys. I believe that we will see a big problem with lots of tornadoes in multiple areas at one time. I would not be surprised if we see up to 10 or 15 at one time. We did see 14 the other day when we had that problem in Texas. And this is a lot bigger of the same value of problems. As we go into midnight tonight, we still already have 2,200 cape values, 23, 2,400. It's just gaining strength, especially for Arkansas. But as you go into midnight tonight, into the early mornings, when you have the real serious problems for tomorrow. And I show that it grows even stronger for Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama than anywhere else. And it's going to grow very strong before it starts weakening down a little bit. And then it's going to go to the East Coast with that enhanced that it already has. But this is going to get very strong, up to 3,400 joules. So as we go through our morning this morning, it gets very unstable all the way up to 2,000 all across the whole South. It gets very bad for Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana, especially Arkansas also. But once you get in around 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon, then your joules starts getting about 22 to 2,400 for South and Southeast Texas. So you need to watch out, because as soon as this gets pulled up into that center of that low pressure, and it slams into it, because it is spinning counterclockwise. And the wind's going north, the wind's going east from the west, and it's going to create that rotation. But you still have a chance for severe weather while this goes well into today, well into tonight, into tomorrow morning. And as you start tomorrow morning, this is going to carry over into Louisiana, and it's going to pop right back up again and get very severe. Matter of fact, we didn't see it this severe while it was crossing over from Texas or Oklahoma. I showed that Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama has a very rough time tomorrow with tornadoes. And all these PDS tornado events will be all over this map. It's going to be everywhere. This one is right here is in Lower Texas. I also found them in Western Tennessee. I also found them in Louisiana, Mississippi. It's the whole area is going to be volatile, guys. And a lot of these areas have a very good chance for significant hail. Look at this, 5-inch hail. That is enormous. That's going to cause a lot of damage. That's for right here for Arkansas. The whole area is just going to be very hot for tornadoes, hail, damaging winds, even some floods. Here's another one for you. It's around the edge of being a supercell. It's a 12, but it has significant hail, almost 3 inches. It has a chance to be a significant supercell. It even has your LFC and your LCL close together. That means it's getting all the precipitation, all the moisture that it needs, and it's getting lifted at the same time, and it's getting it at very low altitudes. And not only that, we have a very hot spot for heavy flooding that will be going on with these storms. Anywhere in this orange and yellow is anywhere over 5 inches. Some places over 6 inches of rainfall within the next 72 hours. That's going to be a big flooding issue. Plus all the damage and tornadoes that's going to be passing through. And it's going to bring heavy flooding all the way from the central U.S. across the Corn Belt all the way to the Mid-Atlantic. This is going to be not just a southeast problem. As far as tornadoes, yes. As far as damaging winds and hail, yes. But as far as flooding, it's going to be a big problem. This is within the next 72 hours. Now I'm going to play the next 60 hours so you can see exactly how this goes in motion. Please, if you like the detail I provided today, hit the like button. Help support the channel, and if you have time, share on social media. Alert others, guys. This is going to be a catastrophic event. It really is. Between the tornadoes and the flooding and the damaging winds, everything involved, and how long it's going to last, it's going to be bad. So God bless all of you that is in this situation, south and southeast, even everybody else I didn't get a chance to mention today because I'm too concentrated on this that's about to unfold. God bless you all. I'd like to pray for you. Whether you're religious or not, I want to pray for you and your family that you will be safe during this event. This is going to be a very dangerous time. Psalm 28. Unto thee will I cry, O Lord my rock. Be not silent to me, lest if thou be silent to me, I become like them that go down into the pit. Hear the voice of my supplications, when I cry unto thee, when I lift up my hands towards thy holy oracle. Draw me not away with the wicked, and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. Give them according to their deeds, and according to their wickedness of their endeavors. Give them after the work of their hands, render to them their desert. Because they regard not the works of the Lord, nor the operation of his hands. He shall destroy them, and not build them up. Blessed be the Lord, because he hath heard the voice of my supplications. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusted in him, and I am helped. Therefore my heart greatly rejoiceth. And with my song will I praise him. The Lord is their strength, and he is the saving strength of his anointed. Save thy people, and bless thine inheritance. Feed them also, and lift them up forever. Amen. God bless you all that's going through this event. I pray you will be safe. That's all I could pray for is I pray you will be safe. I hope you have a very blessed day today. And I hope you all will be okay. I worry about you guys. There's a lot going on down here. I love you all. All glory does go to God, God of Jacob. Amen, guys. God bless you all.